is good, everybody? My Paper Moon fam. It's your boy, PaperSin, back with another reaction video. This one is called Film Theory. Time is running out. And it's by the YouTube channel, well, I mean, you guessed it, Film Theory, the film theorist. It's chicken nugget lore. First off, I'm gonna say I have no clue what he's talking about in this film theory. But can we please acknowledge that MatPat has, above and beyond everyone else, he has the ability to sniff out lore where nobody is looking. Nobody is thinking, huh, there might be lore in this chicken nugget thing that nobody's ever heard. Well, I probably have. I haven't heard about it. You might I don't know if you have. If you're watching this, you probably have heard of it. There might be lore in this video, in this series. Only MatPat's like, I smell lore. Can we please acknowledge that? Shout out to MatPat for that. All right, let's get to the video. Shout out to MatPat for that, for real though. Just sniffing out lore wherever it may be. The lore hound. Oh shit, what the fuck is that? Oh, okay. Film theory.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Film Theory, the show that thinks it would be super sweet of you if you would subscribe for more videos. Oh gosh, sorry. I mean, sorry. It's just really infamous, all right? The ooh has rubbed off on me again after watching too many YouTube shorts and seeing this adorable yellow dog popping up all over my feed. In case you have no idea what I'm talking about, today we're diving into the world of chicken nugget, spelled like, that. Spell check hates me in this script. If you've somehow missed this incredibly viral series across YouTube, or TikTok, or Instagram, or literally any website, Chicken Nugget is an animated micro-series created by Kyra Kupetsky of BuzzFeed Animation, chronicling the wacky adventures of an adorable doggo named, fittingly enough, Chicken Nugget, as well as all his friends who are named after items that you might pick up at your local 7-Eleven. There's Chicken's bestest friend in the world, Cheeseburger the cat, French Fry the dragon, a being of pure good, Ice Cream the bunny, who may or may not actually be a demon, Slushy the Arctic fox, who's really into cosplay conventions and fanfic, Kofi the sheep and wolves clothing, Sody Pop the rambunctious red panda who just wants to spread chaos, as well as various other side characters that get into hijinks with Chicken Nugget and the gang. To borrow a phrase, this series is kind of like a box of chocolates. Once you scroll into one, you're never quite sure what you're gonna get. From the hashtag relatable, try again, to the lol so random,
I love you,
to the wow, that was actually horrific.
Isn't glitter beautiful? It adds a sparkle to everything it touches. I love glitter too.
Once it enters a space, it never leaves.
Right, I like that red guy.
Unending.
And
I like him.
Characters might
His particles are unending.
If you keep watching these micro videos, you'll soon discover something deeper going on just under the surface.
MatPat, you've watched too many of those micro videos, and that's why you're able to sniff out the lore within it.
Let me tell you, loyal theorists, you guys delivered with this one. Taken to Twitter, GT Live's comment sections, even the theorist subreddit to recommend that we look into Chicken Nugget. And I gotta be
okay, so it wasn't MatPat that found the lore, it was his community. His community found the lore. His community are his loyal hounds that they're like Jujutsu Kaisen. He summons them, he summons the hounds, and then boom, go find lore.
To be honest, when I first saw Chicken Nugget recommendations popping up all across my feeds, I thought it had something to do with kindergarten, that theorist classic game with a different kind of chicken nugget.
Hello, Internet.
No, he's not. He's not Chicken Nugget.
Theory.
He's just
That only
Nugget.
those most deserving of Nugget's wisdom are permitted to watch.
But after taking a dive into this series, wow, I cannot believe that I let this one almost pass me by. And with the news that BuzzFeed Animations teamed up with Frederator to make a new animated series adapted from the shorts, now seems like the perfect time to dig into this one. And boy, let me tell you, there is a lot hidden beneath the cute and cuddly art of this one. What on the surface seems like an innocent and wholesome series of fun, jokey videos about furry friendos named after food is actually a series asking some pretty heavy existential questions about what it means to be yourself, to believe in yourself, all packed inside of a wholesome...
Yo, I like that little
mostly
bunny.
wholesome and digestible crust like
It's
a delicious
evil on the
chicken
inside.
nugget. So grab your ketchup and honey mustard, loyal theorists. We're digging in. Now, when you decide to decode the lore of a series like Chicken Nugget, sometimes it can be difficult to figure out where to start. Unfortunately, most series like this don't really compile all their most important lore bits into a compilation video called something like Chicken Nugget Lore Part 1. Oh, that's exactly what they did with this one.
Oh.
Nothing says, hey, go call Matt Pat to cover your series.
Okay,
like
never
adding
mind.
the word lore and making it a multi-part series. So let's just...
All right, well, take out everything I said about Matt Pat being the best at finding lore. People just be like, hey, lore. Matt Pat, there's lore here. And that's how the creators do that shit. Okay, I get it now.
Explain what's going on here so we get a view of the big picture. All of this lore content begins with the introduction of a new character into the lovable cast, the personified clock and tumbler sexy man known as
Bezel, embodiment of time. Nice to make your acquaintance, little animal friend.
What the heck?
Sexy man.
Now, right off the bat, Bezel doesn't fit in for a lot of reasons. He's not an animal.
Ugh, you look so deeply out of place looking like that.
You're right.
Nor is he chibi.
Oh my god.
Oh, fine. You want me to blend in more? Conform? Fine. Happy?
Well, at least he's trying. Also worth noting that he's the only character not named after an item that you'd find in a typical fast food drive-thru.
Was that the voice of Zim? The Zim from Invader Zim? Also the voice of Moxie from Vizzy Pop's Hell of a Boss? Was that voice? Hold on, let me check.
Fine. You want me to blend in more? Conform? Fine.
Nah, I guess not.
Happy?
Well, at least he's
Oh,
trying.
that last
Also
part
worth
sounded
noting that
like
he's
it.
the only character not named after an item that you'd find in a typical fast food drive-thru. A bezel is the ring that surrounds a watch and holds the protective glass covering the face in place, so appropriate for the character, but not exactly something you'd want to eat. Bezel is first introduced as a thorn in everyone's side, reminding them of the fleeting nature of time itself.
Read it and weep, kid. Day's nearly over. How have you spent it?
He's also responsible for shipping the characters together, but I mean, like, we've all done it.
What are you doing?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm simply putting the things I like in this corner.
So,
This eventually brings Bezel into conflict with both French Fry and Ice Cream, who are both unlike the rest of the cast. You see, both French Fry and Ice Cream are interdimensional
Matt,
beings.
can you please
French
stop
Fry
saying
is
it like
actually a
that?
representative of pure good, and Ice Cream is the demonic personification
You
of
can say
pure
their
evil.
name-
Both
Hey,
are
Ice
trying to
Cream, shout out to
influence
Ice
the world to
Cream.
their side. But this conflict of good versus evil
can say their
quickly takes
names
a backseat
normally.
for another type of trope.
You're a harbinger of darkness and a blight on this world.
I should send you to the deepest pits of the netherworld.
What's stopping you?
Yeah, opposites certainly seem to be attracting in this case. Now, that right there is an interesting setup for a conflict with a ton of hidden lore, right? A battle of good with French Fry versus evil with Ice Cream versus chaos with Bezel over the fate of the world. All with these cute, adorable talking animals trapped in the middle. But it's not the world that these three are fighting over, it's just control over one of the characters, Chicken Nugget.
What are you even here for, anyhow?
I think you and I both know. You're not the only one who's keeping an eye on the strange occurrences surrounding that puppy.
Strange
What the fuck?
occurrences, you say? Like what? Well, aside from summoning demons or dragons or whatever, we see that Chicken Nugget has some sort of control over his body that the other normal animals don't.
yeah, like
They're all
Jake the
aware of it.
dog
Let me be clear.
from Adventure Time.
That's better. Y'all ever wish you could just belong? You do belong. You misunderstand. Long.
You can even change things about other
Be
people.
long.
Let's trade.
Meow.
Now, all of this could just be funny jokes or an art
Bro,
style
what?
thing. In shows with similar art direction like Adventure Time or Steven Universe, the
Hey,
characters
Adventure
often have
Time.
exaggerated features. They can
Come on,
stretch
bring your
and bend their
friends.
bodies
We'll
and
go
limbs
to
in ways that
very
feel
distant
inhuman. Their
land.
faces can transform into something funny or
Oh,
scary
sorry,
at the
grab
drop
your
of a hat.
friends,
Most of
not
the time,
friends.
this is just meant to be a fun art decision. There's no deeper meaning other than, it's just a cartoon, bro. But I don't believe that to be the case with Chicken Nugget. I think all of these things are literally happening in universe and that they aren't necessarily supposed to be happening. Why? Well, it's simple. Chicken Nugget, this dumb little pupper with a permanent 1,000-yard stare, is actually literally a god.
He still doesn't know he's a god.
Makes sense, right? I mean, dog is just God backwards. Anyway, that is why all these
Yeah.
strange things keep happening around him. Chicken Nugget's body moving in strange ways, the weird, creepy gnomes everywhere, why a dragon, demon, and the embodiment of time keep following him around trying to sway him to their side. And if you can't see the advantages to all this, Bezel straight up spells it out for us with a VHS-styled explainer video. Classic theorist trope. Love to see it.
Long ago, prophecy etched into the fabric of the universe itself had stated that a demigod would descend to Earth. His destiny? Warp it beyond recognition to his own selfish desire.
And just to dot our I's and cross our T's here, we definitely know that this demigod must be referring to Chicken Nugget. Why? Well, when Bezel says that the demigod's destiny is to warp reality beyond recognition to his own selfish desire, we see the world transform into a land of frogs and cheeseburgers, two of Chicken Nugget's favorite things. I mean, his best friend is literally a cat named Cheeseburger wearing a cheeseburger hat. As for frogs,
Why do you like them so much?
What's not to like about froggies? I mean, just look at him. Just a little gentleman.
what's more, Chicken's power seems to be growing. He no longer seems to be affected when the other powerful characters use their powers on him.
Dumb online arguments. Wish I could give a hoot.
Your wish is my command. What, it didn't work?
I'm getting stronger. I just don't got no time for nonsense no more.
He can read people's thoughts.
You do count. If you're LGBT, you're LGBT.
Oh, thanks. How did you read my thoughts?
He even seems to be starting to break the fourth wall.
Sometimes it feels like I'm just a puppet on a stage, available for whatever shenanigans happen next. What's happening?
If you pause at just the right moment of the short, you'll see a picture of the real-life animators working on the short in the real world, as Chicken stares directly at the camera. That's not even mentioning the smaller, creepier stuff like this. It's a surprisingly intense setup for a series about cookie cartoon animals, and it leaves us with a lot of interesting places where it could lead. With a clear battle between three sides and a doggo-gatto that may dictate the entire fate of the universe. On one side, we have Bezel instigating chaos, slowly trying to reveal Chicken Nugget's destiny to him by planting subtle ideas into his head.
Do not despair, for time is an infinite dance.
He's also trying to reveal the nature of this reality.
Is that the voice of Billy from Billy and Mandy? Is that whose voice that is?
The entire fate of the universe. On one side, we have Bezel instigating chaos, slowly trying to reveal Chicken Nugget's destiny to him by planting subtle ideas into his head.
Do not despair, for time is an infinite dance.
That fits more.
He's also trying to reveal the nature of this reality to Chicken Nugget, helping him break through that fourth wall.
Cool boy you got here.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of neat. I guess I kind of never really noticed it.
On the other side of the battle, we have French Fly and Ice Cream, who would love to recruit Chicken Nugget, but have accepted that they probably won't be able to. So instead, they're trying to shield Chicken Nugget from the truth, but they're kind of at a total loss for what to do.
You know why Bezel's here, right? Yeah. I just thought we did everything right. We did do everything right. He's wrong.
That said, they do have themselves a nice little backup plan for when things go south.
So, if Bezel's right and he does destroy the world, what do you want to do next? He's not going to. It's gonna be fine. It will! I can find a nice pocket dimension for us. It'll be so nice.
And lastly, in the middle, we have Chicken Nugget, who doesn't seem to be handling all this very well. It's affecting his waking hours.
The thing the clock guy said about empty voids is kind of starting to freak me out. Wait, do I even have a house?
Oh,
Sometimes it feels like I'm just a puppet on a stage, available for whatever shenanigans happen next.
And his sleeping ones.
Does what you dream come to reality? Oh.
And for now, that's where a lot of the lore of Chicken Nugget stands, but I believe that we can actually take it a step further. I think that we can make a pretty good guess about where this story is going and the themes that it's gonna unpack. First of all, it seems pretty darn clear that
Pat, you should give a spoiler alert for these parts.
Chicken Nugget is gonna learn the true nature of his powers, and soon, and that is gonna cause a lot of chaos.
Possible
In the
spoiler
last
alert.
clip from the lore video, we see the character Sody Pop drawing a happy picture of the whole cast having fun. But as it's hung up on the fridge, the music gets ominous as the picture starts to fall, clearly foreshadowing that the fun, carefree shorts from early on in the series are gonna be evolving into something more sinister. In the description of the lore video, it even says, quote, "Here's the start of a chaotic arc in Chicken Nugget. Chaos, just like what Bezel's trying to sow into this world to awaken Chicken Nugget's full power." But then what's gonna happen as a part of that story? Well, honestly, it's a bit difficult to predict. This is the sort of series where Bezel could reveal Chicken Nugget's destiny only for the doggo to say, cool, and then move on, never mentioning it all again. But that honestly wouldn't be very fun, nor do I think it's the big plan that they have built for this thing. Instead, I think Chicken Nugget is gonna have to grapple with the truth about himself and really struggle with it as a part of his identity. That right there has been one of the biggest themes of Chicken Nugget so
Or has it
far.
already
The
been,
theme of
like,
acceptance
determined?
of reality, of accepting who you truly are. And it manifests itself in multiple ways across the series. For example, one way is accepting the idea of mortality, that no matter what you want or what you do, time is always going to continue to march forward. As I showed
Fair
earlier,
enough.
Bezel is quick to remind everyone of that fact.
How have you spent it? Your clock's ticking every day.
And it's something that these characters have already started tackling. For example, in one short, Cheeseburger asks French Fry and Ice Cream if they plan on getting married, but French Fry says that they'll need at least another 10,000 years before they're ready for it. And as Ice Cream points out,
You'll be dead before it happens.
in another, after Sody Pop asks Slushy what kind of stuff she wore when she was younger, Slushy is driven into a quarter-life crisis, and in an attempt to recapture that lost time, she re-enters her goth phase.
I have to go back.
Welcome back to your goth phase.
Oh, yes.
Acceptance of aging, though, is only one facet of this. Another one is accepting your own identity, and that right there is a huge part of the series. This is perfectly embodied by the character Kofi. She is literally a sheep in wolf's clothing. She feels more at home in a different body and is doing her best to make that her reality. More explicitly, she has several moments where she learns to accept herself and that she doesn't need to conform to others' expectations.
People don't really get me sometimes. Maybe I am too weird. Guess I'm just different. That's okay though.
Characters like Slushy encourage others to embrace their interests, no matter how cringe they might be.
What you doing? Writing a fanfic about my self-insert dating a character I really like.
Isn't that kind of cringe?
No.
Yep.
And you know why? Because it makes me happy.
Oh,
Cringe
does it?
culture is dead. Write those fanfics. Cosplay those
No,
characters.
that's cringe
Chicken
culture.
Nugget gives Cheeseburger some body positive affirmation.
Hey, chicken? Am I chubby?
Yes.
Very chubby and nice and good and beautiful. Good for the hugging.
And this theme right here, acceptance of who
There
you
you
are,
go.
no matter who you are, is going to be playing a huge role in this lore as the series goes on. I don't know about you, but if I were in Chicken Nugget's paws and was on the cusp of discovering that I was a demigod with the potential to alter the world to my own will and destroy the universe, that would freak me out a little bit, just a smidge.
I'd be
And
happy
any
about
potential
it.
feelings of shame or low self-worth coming from that, well, it's going to outwardly affect everyone around him. We already see in the series how Chicken Nugget holds himself back despite having immense power.
You got such a cute little baby voice.
Maybe when I grow up, I'll lose it. Wait, you're grown. Why do you still have one?
It's a crippling medical condition.
If Chicken Nugget wanted an adult-sounding voice, he could have one, but his internalized feelings are the things holding him back. And that's just the tip of the iceberg for the things that Chicken's gonna have to deal with. Thankfully, though, he's surrounded by the best people to help in this sort of situation.
Okay.
A supportive best friend like Cheeseburger, a motherly figure encouraging him to embrace
Cheeseburger.
himself like Slushy, someone actively on the same journey of self-acceptance like Kofi, a
Why
literal
does that
angel
bother me?
devil on his shoulder to keep him balanced, and
Cheese
French
boy.
Fry and
Oh
Ice
my
Cream,
God.
and a little chaos gremlin and Sody Pop just for the fun of it. They're the ones that are ultimately gonna help keep Chicken Nugget grounded, helping him through whatever godlike
Ha! Chicken Nugget grounded. Okay.
self-realization he's gonna be forced through. And they're not gonna do it through some epic quest or adventure, but they're gonna do it through the mundane, the everyday things that they're already doing. Drawing, going to lunch, relaxing in a field, whatever. Sometimes life isn't about the amazing and exciting future, but the here and now, and the friends that you choose to keep. Maybe the world that Chicken Nugget occupies is just a figment of his imagination, or the whims of an animator. But the important thing is that he spends his time with the friends that he's made along the way. But hey, that's just a theory. Along the way.
What are those in his eyes? I see a I see a few comets. It looks like. Is that the Big Bang happening in his eyes or some shit? No, nah, probably wouldn't be that. What's happening in his eyes?
Way. But hey, that's just a theory. A
film theory.
And cut.
Anyway, I don't know, man. That's interesting. Probably not gonna go watch that series, but I do respect the ice cream character. You know, the one that had the evil voice every now and then. The little bunny thing or whatever it was, the white and red thing, that one. Yeah, I respect that one. But I'm probably not gonna go watch the series. But there's lore hidden in the weirdest things. But that's interesting. That's pretty cool. I approve of lore being hidden in the weirdest things that seem like it's made for kids, but there's the lore and subtleties of the show that make it adult friendly. Obviously, it's not actually a show; it's just like shorts that are on TikToks and crap. But anyway, as always, link to the video and link to the description will be in the link to the video and link to the channel will be in the description below. So be sure to check them out. And you know what it is after that, in case I don't see you. Oh, be sure to check them out. And while you're there, don't forget to do those 3 things I'd like to ask you to do. And like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Yeah. And you know what it is after that, in case I don't see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace and much love to you.